Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be taking a look at Winter Storm Gail and the latest update here. Right now we have the 18Z coming out, and we have enough of it to come out and show you what it thinks, at least on the 18Z run. Right now, if we continue here, you can see that the low starts to form in southern North Carolina and make its way towards New Jersey. At least 30 hours from now, it should be by Virginia and border of Virginia and Maryland, right by that strip of ocean right there. You can see that you have the strip of snow stretching from southern Long Island, central New Jersey, all the way back from northern Virginia, West Virginia, central Maryland, and back up to parts of the Ohio Valley. The next slide here shows the storm actually deepening a little bit, strengthening, just in the central Delaware, and Long Island, at least on this run, stays all snow for now. If we take a look on the last run, the previous run, at this time, if this will load, had mixing problems already because it was starting to be on the border of Maryland. This was a pretty westerly track that it had last run, but this run you can see it shifts more east and you have snow still on Long Island, except for the outer parts of Long Island, so Nassau County, still pretty much all snow. New York City and on northwestwards. The next slide, the storm starts to get a little closer to the coast, but I think central and parts of southern Nassau could stay all snow here. This rain line is very close. If this run, again, if this model continues to shift southward to that point, next run, Long Island could be all snow. That's how close this gradient will be with this storm. We currently still don't know the track of the storm, and it's less than 24 hours out from the storm. That's how close this will be. Next slide here, the heavy snow shifts off to the northeast into Boston, New Hampshire, and even into parts of southern parts of Maine. If we take a look at the snow totals shown by the GFS here, you can see that anywhere in the pink is greater than 6 inches. So this is going to be a widespread snowmaker. Winter Storm Gail, anywhere in this area will be probably above 6 inches. Besides this part of New Jersey, sorry about that. And then in this area, at least on the GFS, wants to predict multiple inches, like exceeding 12 inches. That gets into some parts of Long Island, Nassau County, New York City, north, west, and even northeast of New York City as well. If we take a look at the European here, you can see that this is the 12Z run, at least. We're still waiting on the overnight run to come in around 1 a.m. If you want to stay up that late, be my guest. But again, it's almost in line with the GFS with the 12-inch line. This is pretty interesting because at 12Z, at least for the GFS, it looked like the storm wanted to bring that 12-inch line all the way up to northern parts of New York City, which is now quite surprising because that has quickly shifted back south. We'll see what the 0Z brings because right now this could go either way. If we take a look at the precipitation map for the European here, once this loads, you can see that the storm starts to come up on your southern part of the view here. You can see the low pressure is just in southern Virginia here, and it's probably going to make a northeastwardly track and then eventually eastward because due to the high pressure that's up here, you can see by the gradients here how powerful this storm high pressure is. It's going to prevent this storm from going straight up north through the northeast here. That is the reason why the northeast could see its first major snowstorm here. You can see that at least on the European here, it wants to take a similar track like the GFS, maybe a more northerly track. It wants to go northeastward, at least. You have a little mixing on Long Island. You have sleet, no rain as of yet, going through central New Jersey, Long Island, back through Pennsylvania, Maryland, and northern parts of Virginia has been changed over to snow. Then, oops, sorry about that. The next slide here for the European, it looks like the rain and snow line gets no more farther than central Nassau and central New Jersey. It looks like parts of southern Nassau could see all snow, depending on the track. You can see that the heaviest snow is up in upstate New York, closest to the coast, and back by Boston. Back by northern New Jersey and eastern parts of Pennsylvania, you can see the snow is starting to taper off around this time. And then as time goes on, the storm starts to disappear and start to make its way out east. Again, here's the snowfall totals for the European here. You can see that the 12-inch line stretched from pretty far, again, from West Virginia, parts of Massachusetts, and all the way back up to Pennsylvania. I'd just like to point out here, this orange color is 24 and pockets at 25, and I just wanted to point that out real quick. If we take a quick look at the NAM here, you can see that it still wants to take a close track like this. I'll show you. Pretty close track to the Long Island, and I really do doubt this because you have a strong high pressure up here that is going to prevent this storm from getting very close to the storm, close like this. So if anything, I think it takes a track like this, and these heavy snow totals will shift down into this area. Pennsylvania and central parts of New York is not most likely going to get pounded by this system. It's going to be all snow, and it's going to be really cold, so you'll get fluffy snow. Now on to my final snowfall forecast here. You can see anywhere in this light blue is 1 to 3 inches. That stretches from eastern parts of Indiana all the way up to Portland, Maine. That stretches from Syracuse and all the way down into Kingsport. Let me get this correct so I don't get anyone mad. Tennessee here. This 3 to 5 inch here in a lighter blue but also darker blue than this color over here is going to stretch from West Virginia all the way up into New Hampshire here. It's a big swath of 3 to 5 here. 5 to 8 stretches from West Virginia again all the way up to northern parts of Massachusetts and southern parts of New Hampshire. I moved Albany into the 8 to 12 range after yesterday's video because the new models have been showing no matter what with this system, no matter the track, there is going to be a lot of snowfall up there. 8 to 12 still includes New York City and Nassau County, except the extreme southern parts. Southern, like, if you are 5 miles inland in Nassau County, you should stay all snow event. And if you continue going east and north of the city, you will reach this 12 plus inch range. We could have added a 24 inch range, but that's not necessary. There's going to be small pockets of 24 inches because this storm is going to move out pretty fast. That is all for today, guys, but the big question is, before I go, is what is the track going to be? Is it going to be a northerly track like this, or is it going to be a southerly track going just south of Delaware, getting close to Long Island, but eventually makes an easterly track? I really do believe in going for the southerly track because that high is going to be really strong, and I really do think it's going to suppress it, but only time will tell. I will be making another video tomorrow as a final winter forecast, but for now, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Have a great day, guys.